Hey guys, welcome back onto the Code Red Philly Sports Talk with yours truly, Anthony, the Ridiculous Red. Have some things I want to talk about tonight. Let's get into it. I want to first start off with the most recent Philly news that came out earlier this morning. The Philadelphia Phillies signed Don Mattingly as their new assistant GM slash bench coach. And I want to say it's made a lot of sense considering that Preston Mattingly, Don Mattingly's son, is the GM already. So it really was meant to be. And I want to say that signing Don Mattingly can mean a couple things. One, that he can really get to our guys and he can recruit others. And two, it could really pivot to us potentially signing Bo Bichette, considering that he knows Bo and he was the assistant coach last year with the Blue Jays. So they have a connection and he could kind of get him on board and get him to Philly. But signing Don Mattingly is a real plus to the Philadelphia Phillies team. I want to get back to Bo Bichette, though. Signing Bo Bichette, I believe, could be a needle mover to this Phillies team. I think by signing Bo Bichette, he would bring a lot of talent and a lot of pop to this Phillies lineup. I think as far as a lineup goes, with Bo Bichette, it could look like a few things. The first lineup, I think, would be Trey Turner batting first, Bichette batting second, Harper batting third, Schwarber batting fourth, Adolis Garcia batting fifth, Bryson Stott batting sixth, Aiden Miller batting seventh, Crawford eighth, Marchand ninth. Another potential lineup could be Turner leading off, Bichette batting second, Harper batting third, Schwarber batting fourth, Garcia batting fifth, Marsh batting sixth, Aiden Miller batting seventh, Crawford eighth, and Marchand ninth. The last one I think would be the most realistic one would be Turner leading off, Bichette batting second, Harper batting third, Schwarber batting fourth, Garcia batting fifth, Aiden Miller sixth, Marsh seventh, Crawford eighth, Marchand ninth. I think all of those potential lineups could be realistic as far as signing Bo Bichette. And I think that Bo Bichette, you could, by signing him, you could put him in front of Bryce. That way you can move Kyle to clean up. That way Bryce has got some protection behind him and he's got a guy that can get on in front of him. So I think that would be that would boost the lineup really big. But it all comes down to if the Phillies are willing to make the move, if the front office is willing to make the move. Now, as far as JT goes and potentially signing Bo Bichette, I think it's 50-50. Like I said, I've personally said it before. I'd move on from JT considering his age and his decline and how he slowed down. I think it's time for a change. And I think by signing Bo Bichette, you would get a guy who's physically in his prime, a guy that can hit for average, a guy that can get on base, a guy that's a 25-plus home run hitter, a guy that's a 90-plus home run hitter, a guy that can really rake. I think by signing him, that could boost your chances of potentially getting to the World Series and winning the World Series. But it's all about if the Philadelphia Phillies front office is willing to go out and make the move. And would this move win us the World Series? That's the question. Can we win a World Series by signing Bichette? When you look at this team, I think with Ranger Suarez potentially walking, you could use a pitcher. And I think if you add a pitcher, because you got Wheeler coming off of his injury or coming off of his blood clot, and he's coming back from surgery, and then you got an older, aging Aaron Nola, and then you got Luzardo, you still got Christopher Sanchez, who finished second in Cy Young. So you got a good starting rotation with Andrew Painter potentially coming up. So you got a potential good starting rotation, one of the best in the league. But you got to ask yourself, could that starting rotation really take the Dodgers? You have to ask yourself, could this Phillies team take the Dodgers down right now with the team that they have? I personally think no. I think you need at least 2 or 3 more moves if you want to be on the same level as the Dodgers. Because the Dodgers, they destroy you. They kill, show teams that they're not on their level. I say that the Phillies are the biggest threats to the Dodgers. I said it before in a few Phillies videos ago, that the Phillies are the biggest threat. They can beat the Dodgers if and only if they are willing to go out and spend the money like the Dodgers do. The Dodgers are always aggressive. The Phillies got to be aggressive. signing Bo Bichette or potentially Alex Bregman could be an option. I think if you let JT walk, I think potential options like Ryan Jeffers or Caratini, they could be options. I think Ryan Jeffers would be a perfect JT Realmuto replacement. I think Adley Rutschman, not so much because, he's coming off an injury. You don't know if he'll really come back the same. But I think Ryan Jeffers is our best bet when it comes to replacing JT. And as far as who I'd rather want out of Bo Bichette or Alex Bregman, I'd rather have Bo Bichette, considering Bregman, even though Bregman's a great player, I don't really like his attitude. So I'd rather take Bichette. He's got a better attitude and he's more humbled and he can go out there. He just goes out there to play ball and get the game and get inside the game and get his head in the game and just get the job done. That's what I want on my team. I want a guy that brings a positive energy to the squad. And I think by signing Bo Bichette, that could potentially, hopefully, I don't know if it would get us over the hump, but it could bring us closer to getting us over the hump and potentially winning a World Series. And I'm hoping that the Phillies can win the World Series because it's been years. It's been years. Hasn't happened since I was little. Winning a World Series would mean so much to this Phillies fan base because the Phillies, as a fan base, we care about what our team does. We want to see us win the World Series. We want us to be in it every single year. It's not easy to win every single year, but we want us to win every single year. And I think that there's been times where the front office is screwed up, but this can't be the time. Dave Dombrowski's got to make the moves. It's right there in front of you. You got to make the moves. I'm just hoping that he can. You need a lot to beat the Dodgers. And I'm hoping that he can pull this off. It'd be nice for the Phillies to party down Broad Street. I just hope that it can happen again sometime in my lifetime. And, potentially signing Bo Bichette, we got to wait and see what happens. I would love to have him on my team. We have one of the best lineups in the league, along with one of the best rotations, if that happens. And we'll have to wait and see what happens. That's all for today, guys. Remember, if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, smash that thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments what you think, what your latest thoughts are. What do you think of the Phillies signing Don Mattingly as the new bench coach? What do you think our chances are potentially signing Bo Bichette? Do you think that we can add Bo Bichette and potentially could it get us over the hump? And by the way, follow me on Spotify at the Code Red Philly Sports Talk. And I'll see you guys next time on the Code Red Philly Sports Talk. Go Phils!